egged. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. Once again, we are standing in my new studio, my lovelies. If you haven't caught up with me, I have moved into a brand new place, only for a short while though, mind you, whilst I prepare to leave the UK. Salacious, I know. So, my loves, you guys are absolutely loving these TikTok reactions, and they're just gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep coming into you like Luxeria. I'm so bored.
No, you're right. It is boring and lumpy. I hate it.
Please, just let me pass away. If you do not know me, my name is Luxeria. I have been a makeup artist for nearly 17 years, and I also have a biochemistry degree because I have a fundamental interest in the way the world works. But before that, I want to say a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Love and Pies. If you are like me and you love a little simulation decoration game, my lovelies, do I have a treat for you today? Love and Pies is a little charming, absolutely charming mobile game, providing hours of cozy fun whilst you learn about salacious tea and gossip from the local bakery community.
Think your life is a mess? Then it's time to meet Amelia.
So the game revolves around Amelia, a lovely pink-haired single mother who's just been served divorce papers. It gets even better than this. She arrives into town to find her mother's bakery and cafe burning to the ground. So it is our task as Amelia to redecorate and rebuild a thriving cafe from the ashes of mother's burnt husk of a shop. The aim of the game is to match ingredients to each other in order to produce bakery goods for your clients and your customers who come knocking on the door and go, "Excuse me, I really need carrot cake immediately. I see you've got something going on, but I must have a carrot cake." The customization options are vast, and at each turn you get to put your own little style on your cafe. And what's a really nice side note is that it's super inclusive as well. So if you're like me and you love having a little bit of a casual redecoration, salacious bakery goods game, download Love and Pies on iOS and Android now. It is free to download. So check out my link in the description box below, and you too can be a Love and Pies entrepreneur. Are you ready for the TikTok drama today? If you want to follow me over on TikTok, it is xxluxeria. Tag me in any unhinged nonsense you see over there relating to the beauty community. So make sure you're sitting comfortably, grab yourself a beverage, pop your little hanger right into your TikTok hole, and let's watch some of these unhinged TikTok makeup hacks, tips, tricks, all sorts.
Serve it up, bitch.
Oh, so first of all, we've got Glenn Deverne. Glenny Devi. Oh my gosh, I know this face. This is the guy who does this.
Apparently, my favorite beer has been taken over by a bunch of LGBTQs, but as a certified country boy, I figured I'd show you how a real man drinks Bud Light. You ready? Let's go.
Everyone and their aunties have been asking me where I snatched that clip from, and it's from TikTok. I can't remember exactly when I saw it, but I actually saw it on Instagram, and I was like, this is perfect. Right, what does Glenn Deverne have to say? Oh, it's a 4-minute video? Can you put 4 minutes on TikTok? Seems a bit naughty. All right, let's listen, shall we, my loves? This is so garish, isn't it? To be like, hello, on microphone.
As a corn-fed boy from the country, I don't understand why men these days are always dressing up as women for fun. So I'm going to see what all the fuss is about. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why on earth would this man put himself in drag on the internet? Well, I lost a bet, okay? And I'm a man of my word, so I must be...
Do you remember there was that man who lost a bet and then got breast implants? But I had to do 2 years of RLE.
A lady of my word. Now, when I tell you that I have no idea what I'm doing, I truly have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, right, come on, drag transformation.
Making up reasons why I can't watch the kids on the weekend. So if I make any rookie mistakes, please let me know in the comments. And don't you worry, I'm keeping the mustache. This is clearly not seen son.
Oh my gosh, beards and makeup for men. They absolutely, this is so, look, immediately so different. Mind you, he's lost the trucker hat as well. So he's gone from like rural, no, what's the phrase? Like Midwestern rural. Do people say that? No. Stop it, pay attention, look, stop thirsting, everybody. He's going to put some makeup on.
Long con, but that's all right. That's why we have makeup. Now, the tutorials say that I'm supposed to start with foundation, and I bought some random beginner kit on Amazon, so let's see what happens.
Beginner kit.
Is this how you do it?
Oh, I wish there was a beginner kit.
That? Is this, am I doing this right? Oh.
You've done this twice.
My lord. I don't know if this is good or not. Am I supposed to be using this brush?
I mean, I'm guessing that we're obviously watching a little bit of a jiggery-pokery joke here, but that is clearly not the right shade of foundation. Although, if you were to go on stage, you could easily start with a base quite like that and do some extreme highlighting and contouring if you want some actual makeup tips and not just Oh.
How close are you supposed to get to your eye? Probably
Into the
all
optic
way.
nerve.
It smells like chemicals. I guess that's what you get when you spend $20 on Amazon. This doesn't seem right. It's already
No, do you remember those adverts? Long time ago here in the UK. This one, if I can find it.
Oh, yes, we could be in for a quintessential tango taste sensation here. Why, yes!
You know when you've been tangoed.
You know when you've got gates. Do you know I haven't watched just makeup content for such a long time?
Okay, next I have a highlighter and a contour. Again, I'm totally winging this. I think
Right,
it's
let's
like
see.
that.
Shall we see?
Right? Am I oh, wait, okay, yeah. Right in like the divots, right? I remember they did
I like
a
that he's
nose
still keeping
thing,
up the
too.
accent.
And I think you do like up here.
Very
then we do
committed.
highlighter,
That
I
is
think,
a
like
very
right
light
above
contour.
it, right on the cheekbone. Oh. This was the part I was most excited for, using the beauty blender. I guess you just kind of like
As
tap
if
it
a straight man
together
would know
like
what that is. If I held up this sponge to my boyfriend and was like, what's this? He'd be like, very adult.
Oh, I understand. I legitimately thought that this would be much worse than it actually is.
Well,
I mean, fine.
there's
This
still
eyeshadow
time.
palette.
Just for context, I am not an expert in drag makeup. I have been somewhat trained, shall we say, professionally in it, but I've never really used it. And the only person I've put in drag has been, well, there's been a handful of people actually. Most of them, Roly.
On the palette.
Came with the Amazon thing.
Oh,
was
did
all
it? A
inclusive.
naked palette came in your Amazon starter kit.
Oh no. I guess I'll do pink next. Are you supposed to tap it? I think I'm just getting
Oh, do you remember those sponges? Those hateful sponges. Great for glitter.
into the darkest color I could find. It's not awful. I mean, okay. Now for some eyeliner.
What's that phrase? What's the phrase? All drag is valid, but not all drag is good.
Oh, scandalous.
What the ever-loving fuck? Oh, this is where things are gonna go south. Oh no. How the fuck
Yes.
do you do this? This is
Yes, it's actually not easy. I've done a graphic liner look today, and it took me a lot longer than I ever anticipate ever spending on graphic liner. But graphic liner takes a lot longer than you think it's gonna.
where the story takes a dark turn. I'm gonna try and fix this in the mirror.
Dark and
1 second.
stormy corner.
It didn't go well. I think I'm supposed to get on
Pat McGrath could never.
underneath the eyelash. Jesus Christ! All right, I'll try it.
Oh, I don't think Jesus is here to help you do all this.
Lord, how the hell do you do that? Oh, how the hell are you supposed to do this without smudging your makeup? Look like.
Well, you don't put liquid eyeliner on the waterline. Although there was one product, wasn't there, created by KVD Beauty. But I think they've discontinued it now. I don't know if there's any other liquid product designed to go on the waterline.
For those of you who thought this was cap and that I
Drywall.
had in fact done drag before, you now know the truth. Fuck it, there's no reason to keep trying. This is the eye. Just look at this side for now. I forgot that
It's
you're
beautiful.
supposed to buy fake eyelashes.
Oh, yes.
So I'm using mascara instead.
Well, it's not really
This
gonna
whole process is
give
physically painful.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Here comes the lip.
Are we going for a pink? Oh.
Oh my god, this is tragic. This is legitimately terrifying. I should not have been allowed to do this. But alright, we have one more thing to add.
A wig. A blue
This
wig.
ridiculous blue
Hatsune
wig.
Miku could
Oh.
never. Oh, beautiful. First Lady of the United States of America. Oh, well, he tried, didn't he? Oh, Glenn Deverne, forever known as.
I did my best. Now, for real, this was actually my first time. So if anybody has any pointers,
Oh, can't
Please
forget
let me
that
know.
Big Bear.
cheers.
Scandalous, salacious. Oh, first time in makeup. We've all been there.
No, he wears a wig.
Right, what do we have next? Oh, next we're with Bella Lovekvist. Bella Lovekvist? Oh, that's got an umlaut on the O. How do you pronounce an umlaut on an O? Is it like, oh? Let's do an 8-step sunburnt makeup look. Oh, is this the evolution of what we saw in the last TikTok scandal video that I made, where she did like pink everywhere, and I was like, I'm waiting for the jump cuts. And it never came.
Let's do an 8-step sunburn
Right.
makeup look.
Is
Like, when
it
I'm
to fix
sunburned,
sunburn?
It's like the perfect amount right here. It's like my favorite look ever. So we're gonna create like a natural version of that with
Oh, no.
makeup. Number
We're
one
actually
is a face
creating a
tint.
sunburn
For the new
look.
Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Drops. It's in the
Watermelon?
shade Sun Glow. This literally just came out. I've never used it. I'm gonna do a little first impression.
Okay,
Get her
let's go.
going. Ooh. It
Oh.
smells like watermelon. It smells so good. All of Glow Recipe's products smell good. Feels so refreshing. Here's like the up close with that. Love it. Number 2 is some concealer. I'm using the Hourglass concealer. This is my favorite. A major tip for concealer is if you do something to one side, you have to do the same thing to the other. Otherwise, when you take a photo, one face is gonna it's gonna be lopsided. It's gonna be weird. You have to make sure everything.
Yes, I've never ever had to explain that to someone ever. I think most people would assume that that is the case with a lot of makeup, is that you have to do the same thing on one side as you do on the other. I mean, there are certain circumstances in which that would be perhaps adjusted. That is in the case of skin pigmentation differences, such as vitiligo. Then, depending on the kind of end look, you can adjust accordingly.
And for this look, I'm going to take my ring fingers and just kind of blend it out.
Fingers are actually a really great thing
not too little either.
use.
Sometimes I feel like I have a little bit more control with my fingers, you know? Number 3 is a tiny bit of translucent powder. I rave about it in each one of my videos. It's the Tarte translucent powder. It's the most
Yes. Do you know what? I hate doing all that.
lightweight, perfect powder I've ever placed on my face. A little bit,
Right,
just
so when are we
underneath
getting
my
to
eyes
the
so that we don't crease. Number 4 is bronzer. You know, like pile a bunch of bronzer on. Sometimes mixed with the burnt, we get tan in there as well. The Hula Beauty from Benefit, it's my favorite. Shade Butterfly, but I consider it a bronzer because it's more like orangey on top of where my contour.
That is incredibly orange.
You know when you've been tangoed.
Goodness.
On top of where my contour. I'm already so obsessed with this, but this is what we would call sun-kissed, not as much sunburned. Number 5 is to mix a red blush in with your highlight. It's what's gonna make the look. We're gonna take the Dibs highlight in the shade High Road. Apply this to our palm. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this red here. It's from Tower 28,
scraped at the pageant.
4 collection. Now we're just gonna blend it in like this.
Right.
So fun. We're getting so creative. Now I'm just gonna dabble it in with my finger. A little before and after. I'm gonna keep tapping this in until we're happy. Blend everything.
Oh, so it's gonna look like hot and
Purplish
swollen.
red from the Smashbox Halo palette.
Burnt at the pageant.
Set all that in. Just a little bit all over right here. Number 6 are freckles. I'm taking a dried out eyeliner pencil and this brown right here. Naturally, being in the sun brings out freckles, so this just kind of makes sense. This Tarte Marajuka thing is perfect for the lip color today. The shade Honeysuckle, and we're just going to use that all over. Number 7 are eyebrows. Just drawing them in
lashes
a
are
little bit.
on.
Adding a little link to the ends. Finishing off with some brown eyeliner.
Oh,
And the
gosh,
difference
those
is
are
makes
some
stuff.
strong eyebrows. Personally, I would have loved it if she'd flattened that arch out just a little bit and taken it from like supervillain into salacious daytime sunburn, beautiful holiday vacation couture.
Eyes is like insane. This is my final sunburnt makeup look.
Do you know, when she started, that was so fast. Hang on. I didn't think that it was going to be like a look that I would want to recreate in any way, shape or form. When someone says, let's do a sunburn look, to me, it is very like hot pink, upset, miserable mental health moment.
Well, I suppose I could use a new hobby.
If you've ever seen British holidaymakers just in anywhere where there's sunshine, and they will sit in the sun and roast and roast and roast. Can you hear the chaos? The doorbell and biscuit. One moment, my loves. The noisy Mr. Biscuits is here, aren't you? Are you barking at the delivery man? Yeah? There we go. There you are, little biscuit. Do you have anything to say?
I hate you. I'm going home.
He's only joking. Those British holidaymakers, they do love to sit out in the sunshine and roast and roast and roast until they are like raw gammon. Still, I think I would class this look as not a hack nor a fail. Just a nice recreated sun-kissed look. You know, there are red tones or pink tones within the sun-kissed dimension.
I look quite pretty.
Right. Oh, okay, right, here we go. Are you ready for this, my lovelies? Are you ready? Are you ready? So, it looks like this man may have had turkey teeth, perhaps? Oh, it's so shocking, isn't it? You just shouldn't have healthy teeth ground into nubs and have plastic put on top. We just should do that. This, as a society, we need to move past it. It should be reserved for those who need it. They're not even veneers, are they, at this point? They're crowns. Oh, is this all copyright music? It is, isn't it? Oh, that's so scary. Oh, his...
No!
Oh.
I hate this. This man is going to regret this so much in 5 years. As you guys know, when you go to somewhere like Turkey to get veneers, they don't actually give you veneers.
I just said that.
These are called crown preps.
I just
not
said
veneers.
that.
You see, when
She's
you
a
get
dentist.
veneers, they just shave a top layer off your teeth, just a tiny bit.
Yes, so Very importantly, when we watch things like The Swan Girls, well, gosh, that finished a long time ago now, didn't it? When we see in these makeover shows, these plastic surgery shows, when they put veneers on people's teeth, they actually create little grooves in the front of the tooth and then overlay a porcelain veneer over the top of it. And that is what a veneer is meant to be. What these people are having done, where they have literally just like the tiniest little nub of tooth you've ever seen, that's not good. Not good. My brain always goes to, imagine suddenly the apocalypse and there are no more veneer makers, but your veneers have fallen out over the course of a few years and now you can't eat because you don't have teeth. The apocalypse, that.
And they put kind of an outer shell.
Right, we're learning here
teeth.
today, yes, a shell on the tooth.
If you look at his teeth, these are actually crown preps.
Yes.
They shave all the way around the tooth,
Oh, what a
getting rid
great
of like
dentist.
50% of your...
Oh, he's an orthodontist. He's an orthodontist!
People go over to different countries to get this done because it's cheaper and they think they're getting a good result, but really they're just ruining their teeth forever.
Yes.
Not only are his teeth damaged, he's going to have much more sensitivity and pain throughout the years. He's going to have to get his crowns redone every 10 years. That is if they don't get decayed and fall out. And more than likely, by the time he's older, he's going to have to go into full dentures. Now, one thing I will take away from this is that back in the day, you guys had no idea about this, but I've taught you so well that now in the comments, you guys are actually sounding off some actually knowledge here. I mean, everybody's commenting, why would you ruin your teeth?
I agree, I really do agree.
Down. So at least I'm educating some of you guys on this stuff. Realistically, in the end, he could have just gotten braces and straightened his teeth and then gotten some whitening and been just fine and saved all of his teeth for his entire life. The only time I recommend getting veneers is if you just absolutely don't want to go into braces or if you hate the shape of your teeth, because I can straighten up your teeth, but I can't change the shape.
That's true.
Please don't do this.
That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. So I have actually spent a little bit of time and money on my teeth because I always had what I would describe as yellow teeth. Now, this is where my little bit of science comes into it. So if you've been following me for a long time, I used to be very much against getting any tone at all in my body. I would slather myself head to toe SPF 50 every day and avoid the sunshine. I would really have to work at keeping myself pale. Since the panini, shall we say, I very much just thought, why am I wanting to be the most palest person ever in humankind? Why do I want this? Why? I actually made sure I spent a little bit more time outside, and even with my SPF on, I have got a little bit of colour in my skin over time. Couple that with actually wanting to travel the world a little bit more and finding it very difficult in places like Southern Europe to actually stay out of the sun for like 20 hours a day if you can. I began to notice that my teeth were not actually yellow, they were just not as bright as the skin around them.
So, anyway, we're going to get into the first thing. So, first things first.
Now, saying that, I did actually also go to a dentist at the time and I had a course of teeth whitening. I did not get zoom in chair. Although I wanted that originally, I was actually advised it can give you more sensitivity. It can cause problems down the line. You might have a really bright result at first and then it dulls faster. So I went for something known as Philips Day White 6%. I think it was called 6, Philips Day White 6. My dentist took a mold of my teeth, sent them off to a lab, and it came back with like a plastic mold, and you put a little bit of this gel in each tooth and you clip it on half an hour every day. You get sensitivity for the first, I'd say 2 or 3 days, and then it goes down. And it's also not like unbearable sensitivity. It's just like a couple of zings, which isn't fun, but it's not the worst pain I've ever felt. So, you know, there we go. And then at the end of 14 days, I was left with a nice, natural looking white tooth. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have practically blue teeth that are shaped like a vampire. Love the Hollywood cut of veneers. I value my teeth. I just do. And we all should as well. Don't get sucked into all these adverts like go to Turkey, get it done cheaply. Cheap work's never good and good work's never cheap.
I know it!
Oh, God, we got a quick one here. Misplaced lip filler. Oh, is it that time of the video where we start talking about lip filler? Do love a filled lip. Right, Nikki Kara, let's see. Oh, it's only 13 seconds long. Is it going to be vehemently obtuse?
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business. Oh! Well, I don't know if I can put that on YouTube. That was quite something. Okay, I'm just going to leave this frame up here. So, during this video, we have seen a client here who has had lip filler perhaps placed in an incorrect placement within the lip. It happens to us all. It's happened to me. The practitioner has done a little tiny needle injection site and just removed carefully the filler which has come out through the little hole that has been made. And she looks immediately happier afterwards. She looks very relieved. This is one of those things that I always want to talk about in these videos, and that is there are lots of different types of filler. One of the safest to go for is known as hyaluronic acid-based filler. You can get them in multiple different brands, probably loads of different ones across the world. I know of, off the top of my head, Restylane, Juvederm. They're kind of like industry leaders. Then you've got Revelax, Teoxane, and probably so many more that I don't know about. This is a chemical called hyaluronic acid, and it's arranged in a mesh configuration designed to hold onto water. Now, there is a myth, in fact, that hyaluronic acid can hold 1,000 times its weight in water. Never actually been proven. What has been proven is about 50 times, which is still quite incredible. This filler, when injected in specific areas of the body, will hold onto water and give a plumping effect. Now, hyaluronic acid filler can actually be dissolved with a solution known as hyaluronidase, which can be injected into the site to break down the hyaluronic acid filler. Now, if you do not have hyaluronic acid based filler and you get something else, one that we've seen a few times here on the Chanel is silicone, just raw injected silicone straight into the area. You cannot have that dissolved, and that has to be surgically removed. So, my lovelies, once again, cheap work's not good and good work's not cheap. Make sure you know what's going in your body. Make sure you trust your practitioner, and also make sure that they inform you how to fix it if something goes wrong, or what they can do to help you if something goes wrong.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Oh, is that another one? Okay, right, here we go. No, more filler, girls, filler. Okay, nose filler gone wrong. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, probably copyright music. Hang on, there we go. Wait. What? Nose filler gone wrong. Okay. Oh, this is immediately after. Oh.
This here is an example of a vascular occlusion after filler.
Yes. Oh.
This is her now after. 3 lots of dissolved.
3 lots of... Oh, cap cut. We do love her. Goodness. Okay, so this client has come in and had nose filler into the bridge of the nose. This is the bridge, isn't it? Yes, it's the bridge of the nose. She's got a degree. So the thing about like nose fillers, as far as I know, you have to use the densest type of hyaluronic acid-based filler. A lot of them are designed to emulate bone. They're that like dense, and once they're in there, they're gonna stay in place, they're not gonna move. This of course creates an issue if they do get injected into a vein. I'll take it over to editing, Lux, as to why vascular occlusion is a problem. So, as you might be able to expect, vascular occlusion diagrams are actually quite explicit and graphic in nature, so I shan't be showing you any here on this video. However, a vascular occlusion, especially in the context of facial fillers, is usually mild, just resulting in some skin redness and slight bruising. However, if the vascular occlusion is severe and not treated quickly and properly, the patient may experience various forms of actual severe complications, such as necrosis and even blindness. And unfortunately, it can migrate and go to other areas in the body. However, I cannot stress this enough, that of all of the facial fillers practiced in the USA, only 0.05% of those injections resulted in vascular occlusion. That is less than 1 in 2,000 cases being mild. Now, I am a proponent of not necessarily going for the most extreme option straight away. That goes with makeup, goes with surgery, goes with everything. You know, only use as much of something as you need. I try to live my entire life by this rule. I try to. So, for example, let's just say you've got a medium-sized nose and you just want a slight lift to the tip. That could likely be achieved by something called liquid rhinoplasty, which is a nose job with filler. If you need something a little bit more intense that involves a little bit of more reconstruction or something that's a lot more permanent, the likely option that you might need is rhinoplasty, which is obviously a nose job. What I do find interesting is that sometimes I have seen nose filler practitioners, shall we say, who perhaps aren't, what's the word I'm going to use here? Not the most qualified, the most versed in being able to do something like this. They end up filling down the bridge of the nose like this, so that the nose can end up actually looking a lot longer on the face, like almost like it starts from up here. That is something that can happen depending on what kind of liquid rhinoplasty you're going for. So from an aesthetics point of view, and obviously from a cost-effective point of view as well, liquid rhinoplasty may be an option that you go for over traditional surgical rhinoplasty, but it may not be able to give you all the results that you want.
And that's the end of that chapter.
I flew to Colombia to get my lips blushed. Oh, we covered one of these in the last time, didn't we? Lip blushing. Do we like it? Don't we like it? Okay, what's gonna go wrong this time?
About getting this done just by lipstick. So when I took this video, I realized, like, wait, I actually really like my lips. Like, maybe I shouldn't do this. And while I was getting the numbing thing, I was like, okay, I definitely should go home. But I did not go home.
Listen to your
gut.
gut.
First, she started with this lip neutralization.
I'm just gonna say quick, if you get like a thing in your body that's like, do you know what? Not actually that bad. I'm gonna cancel this. I don't need to do this. And it's separate from like the nerves or the apprehension of having something done. Listen to your gut, sis. The amount of time my gut feeling has saved me from difficult situations and regret. Oh, right. Okay, let's keep watching.
Which was fine. I just look like a little hot Cheeto kid. And then I tell her I just want pink. And she's like, well, pink, it's gonna be too subtle, like too natural. Like you should have this bright ruby red. And I'm like, no, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
she's like, trust me, it's gonna fade to pink. Trust me.
That's so weird.
It did not. So it was also excruciatingly painful. Like,
gosh,
I was
the
swelling like
already.
Crazy. It felt so raw and numb, and I looked really bad.
That is
oh my
crazy.
God.
The level of swelling that she's
really
got.
Bad.
She had very full lips to start with, but that is just wild, isn't it? That is wild. I think I know some girls in Essex that would pay lots of money to have lips that large.
Just to say, I really appreciate the opportunity.
Fuck off, Gillian McKee! Go away!
Jump scare.
Gosh. It looks
Honestly,
very full as well, not just like
just
big
by
full.
lipstick. It was so painful. I had to beg her to stop, and then I just looked the worst out of anyone I've ever seen get this. When you get it done, and if it looks kind of like bleh, when you're delusional, this means like later it's gonna look so good. I was wrong. My lips did not turn into a pretty color, but I did go to the club that same night just to terrify the hoes.
I do think that you should not go out immediately after having a procedure like this, because this is technically a tattoo, and I don't think you would find a tattooist anywhere in the world that'd be like, go to the club afterwards. Yes, you can do all that. They're dirty, the air is sweaty, you're gonna get all hot and stifled. Not worth it, my loves, not worth it. I can't also imagine having something on my lip like a tattoo where you have to drink and eat through it, because you're just asking for problems, right? You're asking for things to get inside your lips that shouldn't. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your Colombian lip blushing didn't go correct. But in saying that, I think if this was the tone you asked for and it ended up looking like this gorgeous, like red tone, like if we just isolate it, it is a pretty color. It is not what she asked for. She wanted like a soft pink. I do think that subtlety is key when it comes to something as dramatic as lip blushing. Same with microblading the eyebrows. Subtlety is key. You can always add, you can't really take away. Right, what do we have next? Oh, this went so wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, right, okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh no. 'Cause I don't self-medicate. Well, what did she think was going to happen? Hang on, lady. I just need to listen to this. What did she think was going to happen? What did she think was going to happen? What did she think was going to happen? What did she think? What did she think was going to happen? What did she think? What did she think was going to... Did she not think? What did she think? I wonder if maybe this girl had seen that traditional kohl online, like the kohl liners, where they're almost like a dip item and you can blink and just pull it out and it tight lines the top and the bottom at the same time and you can get a wing. Right, let's listen to the lady. What does the lady have to say?
Yeah. Hi, doctor here. I don't think I really need to say anything. Do I?
No, you don't. We shouldn't be putting eyeliner directly onto the optic nerve.
Are you sure?
No, I agree. Like, this is quite a repulsive little picture, isn't it? Like, why would you do all this? You don't need to do all this. If you want to do a nice little tight line, you don't pull your lid down and pop it right at the base of the eyeball. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening, my loves? What is happening on here on this day? Do I need to go into the science of why we should not be applying eyeliner directly to the optic nerve? I also realise that this is not the optic nerve. This is just the lower occlusive eyeball. Well, I totally get it, my loves, and being silly on the internet. Do you remember when we could do that? Do you remember that? Wasn't that nice?
No.
Oh, what do we have here? Okay, it's your girl, Victoria. Okay, MAC Cosmetics.
Euch bitte mein Gesicht an.
She's a German lady.
20 Minuten geschminkt. Alles sieht flawless aus. Ich wollte gerade aus dem Haus
gehen, dann gucke
ich in den Spiegel und ich sehe so aus.
But
und das alles nur wegen diesem Fixing Spray. Ich habe das erste Mal gekauft, ich habe es gerade das erste Mal benutzt und ich sehe so aus. Was zum Teufel? Alles wieder neu machen.
All is ruined.
Gibt's dafür irgendeine Erklärung? Ist euch das auch schon mal passiert? Ist das irgendeine Fehlproduktion?
So, the product. There we go. Okay, so I don't speak German fluently. I don't even really speak German that much at all, actually. There we go. A nicer picture. So this product by MAC Cosmetics, I used to work for MAC Cosmetics once back in the day. Actually, it was more than once. This is known as Fix Plus Matte, which is a powder suspended within a liquid that's designed to give you a mattifying effect to the skin. I must admit, this is not one of my favorite products. This is not one of my Holy Grail MAC products. I've never really liked this concept. I don't think that the powder within a suspension of liquid is the best option for spraying over your face at the very last minute, because this is something that can happen. So if you can see here, she's actually got like powdered silicone, or silica, should I say, stuck to certain areas of the face, kind of giving like a splatter effect. That's how this product mattifies the skin. What's meant to happen is a fine distribution of mist over the skin will gently apply a very fine layer of mattifying ingredients to stop you from sweating throughout the day. No gloss, no glow, fully matte. Unfortunately, this product does not do that quite often. Quite often you see this happen here, where it's just like, splatter cake, egged. I don't even have to speak German to understand the fact that she is frustrated that now all of her makeup is ruined and she probably has to redo the whole thing because of this product. There are various other products on the market that you can get that will create a mattifying look for you. Personally, I prefer the repowder method, or a block powder if you like. But if you really do want to have a mattifying spray, I recommend the purple one. Oh gosh, what's it called? Is it the Maybelline matte spray?
Yes!
Right, what's this? Oh gosh, are we tatting foundation now? What a time to be alive. Okay, boss babe. Oh dear, copyrighted music. Is this really? I mean, okay, the lighting there, that is great. Look at the uniformity on the skin, but I'm definitely not sold on under eye concealer, on full face tattoo foundation. Multiple different reasons. The first one that I can think of is tattoos don't heal uniformly. Parts of tattoos will need to be redone. Some parts will just not sit at all. So does that mean you'll have like areas of your natural skin tone poking through under areas of tattooed pigment? Secondly, your skin tone kind of changes throughout your life. It could even change throughout the year, depending on whether you're in winter or you're in summer, if you're seeing more daylight, if you work outside, if you work indoors. Lots of different things can affect the color of your skin. Does that mean that the skin where this has been tattooed will just never change shade again? And what does this mean if you develop a skin condition related to pigment and you can't see it because your skin is tattooed? Does that happen? Can that happen? We just don't know, do we? What do you guys, I'm going to open this up to the floor. What do you guys think about foundation tattoos? I mean, the idea sounds great in my mind, but I'm just not sold on it just yet, my loves. Just not sold. Well, my lovelies, what a time to be alive. Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
I've definitely got some thoughts about today's episode. You know, I never really know what I'm going to see when I open up TikTok. Lots of different things can certainly be a visual treat, can't they? A treat for the eyes, a treat for the optic nerve. We've seen a lot of that recently. Let me know what you think about what we've seen in today's episode in the comments box below, because it's just a lot, isn't it? What is this? Volume 15 now, I think we're later on, and I'm certainly not running out of content. And with that, my loves, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. Today's Instagram shout out goes to Evie Dawn. Thank you so much for following me over on Instagram, you stunning woman on the go. If you want to be featured in my next video's Instagram shout out, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. It is XXLuxeria. Also, if you see any unhinged things over on TikTok, tag me in that. It's XXLuxeria also. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons: Orkos Samoji, Ariadia X, Becky Johnson, Beebles32, Cameron Pittman, Shell Herman, ContraPoints, Eric Castillo, Finch Dunham, Jen Martin, Jenny Wood, Caitlin Wright, Larissa Says Relax, Leanne Jones, Lenore, Les Banana, Mo Sherman, Novembrix, Paula Rivera, Sky Dorim, Steph Utek, Taylor Martin, and Vicky Walsh. A huge thank you to Love and Pies for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you check out the link in the description box below to get your free download today. And with that, my loves, I'll see you in the next one. Yes.